Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Today's video is day 21. Alright, day 21 in my hashtag 1 month in my Bujo challenge, and today is Sunday, so it is another review. That will be our focus for today. I don't even know why I had a thing there. There's nothing there. Oh, I know why, because I was going to do something. Alright, so starting here, this page is pretty much finished. If I wanted to add some more collaging, I certainly could, especially in these little blank spaces. Who knows, but for right now, I think it's done enough. So I'm just going to add my little square to the bottom and mark it off as finished. So that. Going back through here, I am going to finish doing some stuff here. I didn't have too many blank spaces here. I hope that this is not too bright, but we'll see how it goes. Over here, this is still open. I still have not finished We Were Liars. I am annotating and reading this back, so taking notes in the actual physical book and also taking notes on my novel and some of the things I might want to incorporate from said book. So it's taken time, and of course this week, this month is March Madness. I have been watching a ridiculous amount of basketball, which is my favorite thing to do, so I'm gonna allow myself to do it. But you know, when that happens, you kind of start to see where you're going to be lacking in things, and reading is definitely always one of those things, because it causes, like, I have nothing to do but lay there and read, and that's really hard for me. When I'm listening to audiobooks, I can get through a ton because I can multitask, I can clean as I'm listening, whereas when you're reading, you just have to lay there and read and take notes, and I just don't have as much time to do that, or I also just don't want to do it as much. I'd rather be doing 3 things at once, which is awful that I can't even enjoy reading as much because I feel like I'm not doing enough. Does that make sense? I don't even know. So I have about 2 hours left of Misery, enjoying it thoroughly. This is the second time I've read this. I am writing a murder mystery right now, so I am taking a break from my murder mystery, so I'm trying to get in more murder mystery, more Stephen King, because you'd think I'd read, or I would have read more, but I really haven't. So I talked about this time up here, and the time up here. This says 7 hours and 37 minutes. This one says 12 hours and 12 minutes. So this is the length of the actual audiobook if you listen to it at the normal speed. This is at a quicker speed, and I'm somewhere kind of in between right now, because in the book Misery, it is about, you know, Paul, who is an author, and he's writing a book called Misery's Child. Like, it's a what's it called? It's a series, and so we get to see part of some chapters that he is writing, and so that portion where they start talking about the book and what's happening in the book is read a little bit faster, so I had to kind of slow it down. Also, I was listening to it as I was driving in to the bigger town and back from the bigger town on grocery day, so I needed to focus a little bit more, and so there's actually more than 1 hour and 37 minutes. This is how much would be left if I listened to it at this speed. So I'm kind of at a little bit over 2 hours. I feel like I can finish that today. But if not, maybe by tomorrow morning, because it's more basketball today. More basketball championships, like I had mentioned, because it snowed here in Colorado, especially in Denver, in the metro area. All of those teams could not, they couldn't participate in the championship on Saturday, so they're having them all today on a Sunday. And I want to watch every single one. So we'll see how much I get done there. And marking this off for today, because I'm going to be finished with that today. And then the vocabulary spread, I did finish. So I did add bracketology, which I talked about. contemptuous. So this was a word that I heard, and I just marked this as words that I had heard and read throughout this week. This was something I heard when I was watching more royal documentaries because I am invested. And then this is a word that I read during the reading of Misery. So Stephen King referred to a crevasse, and I thought, wait a minute, is that like a fancy word for crevice? You know how some people say vase or vase, or they say potato. And I was like, what's happening here? So I looked it up, and a crevasse is a deep open crack, especially one in a glacier, a breach in the embankment of a river or a canal, whereas crevices are cracks or splits caused by a fracture of rock, as opposed to the crevasse, which is a deep fracture in a glacier or ice sheet. So there is a difference, and I was just being really ridiculous and just thinking people were being fancy this whole time. And living in the state of Colorado where we do get snow and crevices and crevasses, I just didn't know there was a difference. So learning things, it's great. I have gone through and marked off I think everything. I did this, it's correct. Okay, mark off the bottoms here that this page has been done and looked at. Typing club, we did figure that out, so that is good. Yeah, so I like going through and making sure to have looked over everything, because you catch things if you do a review at the end of the week. And this is review 3. So here is my spread for the book that I am still currently reading, which is, or excuse me, audiobook that I am currently listening to, Misery by Stephen King. It was published in 1987, so I was actually only 6 when he wrote this, or when it was published. And then I had planned to put pictures from the adaptation, but I never made it to the library. So if I print them here, because I have a new laser printer, but it's black and white, they're going to be in black and white. So I didn't know how I felt about that, but I have some thoughts and feelings and want to write a few things about each of the characters. That shouldn't take me more than 15 minutes. So on my spread for today, over here in the 15-minute section, I could certainly put that I finished this up. So I'm going to make that decision because I do have to go down to the post office. I'm so excited. My very long awaited TN from Moyterm is here. It was confirmed that it was sitting in my mailbox. So I need to go pick that up. I could run to the library and print these. I don't know if it's that serious or not, but I am going to get this finished today. And I remember I was talking about, because I thought I was going to be reading what was it? We Have Always Lived in the Castle by Shirley Jackson. I didn't get to that, so I have a little forwarding arrow. This was just a book that if I had finished this, which again, basketball happened, so it didn't happen. This was like on deck, so I can just move this to the next week for my focus for week 12, and it's perfectly fine. Like, I know why I've failed at, reading more of this. I mean, look at this. I have 2 days where I didn't read anything at all. I read a total of, I don't even know, so 15, 8, 12, and 6 pages. I was just, when you're annotating and you're thinking about things, it takes a lot longer, which is perfectly fine, but also I could have done more had there not been so much basketball. Anyway, so that's something I need to work on. What do I need to do on this page? Everything looks good. All right, so I'm going to put my little square and mark this as completed. That's great. One night, Jay's sister from the Bronx and his nephew FaceTimed us, and we were on the phone just hanging out talking for like 2 hours, which was great because we needed to catch up. So that took like a huge chunk of the time, and that's like one of those things that are sort of just like unexpected, which is fine. But then you don't go and you don't read. So that was one of those days that I had a mark off where I should have been reading for those 2 hours, and I didn't because I was tired after that. And I went to sleep. And since I've been doing so much early here in the morning, reading is best for me in the morning, because when I read at night, I crash out because I get tired. So everything on here is done as well. So that's good. I think on one of these pages, I marked off that I had done this spread, which is not true. I mean, like here. I was totally going to do it and then I didn't, but I marked it off. And it's fine that it's marked off now because I'm aware that it still needs to get done. And I can just close this day and move on. Like I could forward it to today if that works out. I still need to put something down here. All right, so for day 21, we're going to put Sunday, and I need to do the weekly review, which I am currently doing now. And I'm just going to put the page number 36 to 37. I think I'm just going to leave this alone. I don't think I want to add anything else to it. It worked out well, served its purpose. So currently, I think I'm going to wait until I fill out this page and I'll come back tomorrow and show you that because I want to see how much of this We Were Liars I can get done today. I don't want to write a number because I did that and I ended up having to cross it out. I was like, read 50, I didn't even do it because basketball. And I thought I'd be done with this, but again, because of basketball and my sister coming over and watching, because remember, we see ourselves as one household because I watch her kids after school. We can't get out of that. So we all have the same germs. So we're just hanging out a little bit longer than we have to and, you know, socializing. So I'm not really getting in any of these things here, but everything else looks good. I think everything else needed to be marked off. Yes. So I'm going to leave these two open, see how much I get done today, and then tonight fill out my weekly focus and go over it in the morning. I'll also fill this out because you've seen me do it before. I don't think you need me to do it again on camera in case you're interested in how I do that. So fill out this again because it's working really well for me. I really like this. And let's see, I'm going to be home again. We are going to be watching State Tourney. This is the last day for all of the other, like 4A, 5A. I think 3A was last night. We didn't watch it because we were watching regular basketball. State Tourney, last day for that. And I think it's all throughout the day at different times. Excuse me. Put a little square down here. This has been started. Okay, keeping up with that. And then, other than basketball all day, today Jay is off, so we'll just be constantly watching basketball throughout the day. Oh, I know that I need to sweep and mop today. Since we've had people over, and especially the kids, there's been enough traffic that we need to sweep and mop every week, whereas normally it's just Jay and I and we take off our shoes. It's not that serious, but that needs to happen. And yeah, I'll come back and probably do more planning for tomorrow because I'm not sure how much I'm going to get done today. It's going to be loosey-goosey, which I like. All right, so that has been the weekly review. Also, I think, yeah, Sunday will go here. Weekly review will go here, which I can go ahead and write. It's week 12, right? I feel like I just said that and I'm losing it. Yes. Weekly focus for week 12 of the year. That will all go here. And I got to remember that I need to choose a new audiobook because I will be finished with this, if not today, early tomorrow morning. when I'm doing like my early morning chores, household things. I don't actually have an audiobook on deck for this, so I might have to go through Overdrive, which is what my library uses, so that I can get a new book through the library. And it's been a little while since I've had to do that, so I need to check to make sure that my library card is up to date. They've been pretty great, especially during COVID, that you can go ahead and call and renew it online. We have a small library in a small town, so they pretty much know everyone. They certainly know me, so that's not a big problem, which is so wonderful. I love that. Yeah, so until I figure out what happens and what I get done today, I'm not going to write anything here yet. So I might either fill that out tonight or on camera tomorrow for tomorrow's video. So this one was pretty short. All right. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.